Hello, everyone. I would like to start by saying thank you to Air Canada for finally getting me here. My flight was rescheduled 5 or 6 times yesterday and then was canceled, but I was able to make it here today. So my session is about AI, but it is probably slightly different from all the other topics that you are going to hear today. And AI is everywhere, obviously in every social media, in every news. I work with AI every day, but even I sometimes want to turn off the mentions of AI because it's just, there's so much of it. However, outside of all of that noise, there are things that are happening, there is progress that is happening, and there are so many opportunities. What I would like to share with you today, and again, it's probably going to be slightly different from the discussions that you are going to have throughout the day, is about the opportunities. And it is not the list that I'm going to provide you with what those revenue opportunities are, but more sharing of learnings, sharing of some probably inspiration that would spark new ideas. This inspiration list is based on the tens of thousands of data and AI projects that my company did during the last couple of years. We launched long before ChatGPT, and I'm not going to mention ChatGPT. No, actually I will at the last slide. But we have seen a lot, and we see how companies, how marketers work with AI, and I would like to share those learnings with you today, and hopefully that would inspire where there might be new revenue opportunities for companies in this room. There is no doubt that the convergence of mobile and content, continues. You know all of this. You know all these numbers better than I do, that the cellular data traffic continues growing, and obviously Wi-Fi usage content continues growing. However, mobile is still hugely underutilized by marketers. Mobile is so much more than just messaging and SMS. And what's happening is marketers continue searching for ways how to get through the noise, because there is more and more content that is being created every day, more and more content that is on mobile, that is being consumed through cellular data and through Wi-Fi as well. So they need to find ways how to get through the noise, and how to get through the noise on mobile too. The budgets are getting reallocated. And yes, mobile usually goes into the digital part here, but it is really insignificant. You don't even have enough information to split how digital is being structured. So the new revenue opportunities are there thanks to AI. And what you can start looking at is how to start utilizing AI for content creation, content distribution, and analytics, predictive analytics, all of that. Again, I'm not giving you the list of ideas because that's up to you. You all are in the different businesses. But start looking into how AI can be used for marketing, content creation, distribution, and analytics. And the companies are ready to listen. Why? So we've been, again, this is just something that I see on our experience. Most Fortune 500 companies, smaller companies as well, they start looking at how AI can be used across all of their different departments. And there are literally hundreds, probably thousands of use cases. There are pilots launched here and there, especially a lot of those in marketing, because again, they are trying to find ways how to get through that noise, how to get to their customers on mobile, and how to do that in ways that is different from what exists today. So it's marketing, it's e-commerce, it's customer support, and AI gets additional efficiency. And there is, again, every company, when we have the conversation with them, we start by the list of what's possible, but then every single session ends with, can AI do this? Can AI do that? And those use cases are very, very specific to each particular company, and they are very different from what we have seen so far. So what the other thing that is happening that is very, very interesting is larger companies are ahead on this, but everyone is building their own AI model that they start by using the content creation for content creation purposes, for example, for marketing content creation, for messaging content creation, for e-commerce content creation. And this AI model is not, it could be based on a GPT model, but it is trained on the company's knowledge base, brand's historical information, voice, style. If it is, again, marketing content, it could be best performing ads, their high ranking content. What this gives is they're getting a super, super capable employee. The way of working changes because the knowledge management is taken care of, the tone and style is taken care of, the market and communication consistency is taken care of. And many, many companies are launching this right now. And again, that would also change how they approach marketing in general. But that component of getting through the noise of the content noise remains. When they have the AI model, they can create as much content as possible. It is obviously very, very different from traditional manual content creation process. Think of it also from the mobile and even messaging point of view. Not only can you do as much as you want, but it can be personalized, it can be segmented. There are lots and lots of things that can be done, and the efficiency is completely different. The volume of the messaging and volume of all marketing communication also can get increased because of that. But again, I'm not there to give ideas. I'm here to inspire you and to share some of the learnings. This is a super, super important change that is happening. And I would say that we're going to see more companies having their own AI models in the next 8 to 12 months. Most of them are in the discovery phase right now, data privacy, security, what works, what doesn't work. But many are already installing, they're rolling out pilots. And some of those early adopters, they see the results and they see, in this case, it's traffic growth for their website, and they continue accelerating because it works. Another thing to think about is conversational search. Obviously, conversational AI has been around for some time, but finally Google, being prompted by Microsoft Bing and ChatGPT, is launching, or has launched actually already, conversational search. What this means is not only the search experience is changing, but the way people perceive search as such is changing across multiple touch points. Again, in the inspiration approach, think about this, how this can be applied in what you are doing, because conversational search is going to be everywhere. Of course, there is still a lot of experimentation, how this works, what doesn't work, but we also see a lot of requests from companies where they say, okay, people come to my website, I understand that they are not going to be viewing hundreds of pages of content on my website. They want to ask a question in a natural language that is not a traditional chatbot, but powered by natural language, and get the answer in seconds because no one has time. Data privacy, of course, remains a significant issue, and it will continue being discussed in every single country, in every single segment of the conversation. There are a couple of numbers here in terms of the concerns of the misuse of personal data. What I would like to say is that first-party data is, of course, going to continue staying important, but the trend that we are seeing everywhere is anonymization of data. Data clean rooms and making sure that the marketing community can continue without cookies are going away. And first party is not always available, and there are many restrictions. So that's just another idea, another direction, another thought to be looking at how to maximize the data that you work with and how to turn it from first party data to something bigger that can bring revenue too. So the question that I have for you is, how will you innovate? But that's something for you to think about. And one last thing, and I like saying this at every presentation that I give, please do not use ChatGPT as search. Please don't. It just doesn't work as search. If you don't know, I'm happy to meet over coffee and explain, but briefly, ChatGPT was trained, it's a GPT model trained to have a conversation that is trained on the data through September 2021. It knows a lot, but it doesn't know everything. The way the algorithm works, it predicts the next best word based on the data that it was trained on. So best is key here. So when it doesn't have that answer in the knowledge base, it would still be picking up the best available word, but it would be made up. And that's why there are so many things that, don't sound right. But yes, so not there yet. Please don't use ChatGPT as search. Thank you.